Hello, 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 hello. Good day, everyone.
What
It's your boy
up?
Mike, and this is my boy Damani over there.
What up,
And
yo?
as usual, we have a good one for you today. Nice one. Um, yeah. So before we get started, I just want to kind of see how Damani, what you been doing this week? What's been going on?
Bro, just been working, man. Just working and watching the news and
Working, watching
seeing,
the news.
yeah, and hoping that World War III doesn't start. With, oh my gosh, I know
Anything?
you guys been watching that, right? The
Oh,
the World Summit that's about to happen, the G7 summit.
oh my gosh, this is. Anyways,
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
there's always something going on TV, bro. That's what I'm saying. Either taking attention away from what's really at hand, or just some bullshit. You know what I mean? Anyways,
Or it might be some actual shit where somebody gets pissed off and starts shooting off missiles
oh my gosh, bro, don't
because of
say that.
damn
Don't say that.
Agent Orange.
Don't
All
say
right,
that.
I got my fingers crossed. I hope I'm saying the wrong stuff. I hope it doesn't happen.
Anyways, we have a guest for you guys today. You know, awesome guest. His name is Sekai. He's a rapper. I don't know if you wanna. Would you rep Sekai? Do you rep Atlanta or do you rep San Antonio, Texas? How's that
You
work?
know I rep Atlanta. Atlanta, all the way.
Okay, all right, yeah. So straight out of Atlanta. Just want to go ahead and introduce you right now. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself, Sekai.
Well, I've been living in San Antonio for about 6 years now, so I mean that's probably why he asked that question. But I mean, I was raised in Atlanta, so that's where I'm always going, feel at home at. And yeah, I just started doing music a couple years ago, but it's just a journey. So every day trying to be better. That's all.
Yeah, like everything else, just got to grind away at it.
Right.
So,
So
which city do you like the bet? Do you like better, Houston or Atlanta?
Definitely Atlanta, but I mean Houston definitely got its benefits, its merits, and all that. Like,
Mm,
Houston's dope too.
okay, but they're both extremely hot, though. I know Houston got to be really hot.
It's different kind of hot though. Like Atlanta is like humid, so I mean it's just a little bit. The air is just moist, but it'd be like 80, 90 degrees. Here it'd be like dry, but it's like
Like
90,
100.
100 plus. It's too hot here.
Damn, nothing, nowhere close to a beach.
Hell nah, ain't no water out here. It's a desert.
okay, so before we jump into the mix, um, just tell us what kind of music you do, man. Like what are you all about, man? Just give the people some type of knowledge here, bro. Let them know
Man,
who
well, honestly,
Sakai is, what you about.
at first, I think I was like really concerned with trying to make like rap, trying to do something contemporary, like whatever's hot. But I realized like over time that just wasn't me. So I really just had to like get back to the basics and kind of figure out what kind of stuff that really connects with me. And at this point, it's not even about no genre. Like, however, I can express myself the best on a given idea. That's kind of what I be going for now. So like, sometimes it come out sounding like rock. Sometimes it come out sounding like rap. Sometimes it come out sounding like anything, like just a regular ass song. But I think that's what I'm really focused on now is just being my best self.
Okay.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Do you ever make music with like live instruments, or you mainly like beatboxes and those kind of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I made some songs with guitar named Nick Shan. He's really good at that. So like we worked on some songs together. I ain't never
Mm.
done no beatboxing, but like my man's be having beats like Royal. He's a producer. He be sending me some beats. I work over those and we just rework them and with the stems and all that. We just get
Yeah,
down and
put
try
some
to
magic on it.
customize it. But yeah, but I think like over time I'm just learning that simplicity is the best thing.
Yeah, bro.
So
Just like peanut butter and jelly, man. That's why it's never been changed. Sometimes simple is the best thing.
facts.
That's true. That's true. You can never beat simple song. So, do you work with anybody else other than I heard you mention Royal. I'm guessing that's your producer.
Um, yeah, man, me and Royal work together. Nick Shan, of course, and then my boy Nobu. Nobu is really who I'm really working with the most these days. He's kind of like in the same realm of where I'm trying to be at, but mostly like my main focus is trying to get my own skills up so I could just kind of be like autonomous. You feel me? Like I want to do my own beats and then just have people help me with it. Like that way it's not like that way it's like more honest. It's more me. Not like me trying to do a song over somebody else's
Like
shit.
some Kanye
Yeah,
type deal
Kanye type
thing.
stuff. Okay.
I mean, yeah, if he's the best example for sure.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's the one that did it first and the best for being a rapper producer. So that is a
Nah,
pretty
Prince
good
did it
example.
first.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Prince
true,
did it
true.
first.
Prince was there, was really good with that. Well, as far as like hip hop though, yeah,
Facts, but
Prince
like
was
I said,
definitely
man,
the
I'm not
shit.
trying to be stuck with just hip hop. Like I love hip hop, but like music in general just gets me going. You feel me? Like music is what I like.
Like that's your
Kind of,
thing.
yeah, kind of live for that. So, do you know how to play any live instruments like trumpet or sax or drums or anything?
Not even my voice is the instrument.
Okay. Hey man, that's the most fluid instrument you ever need.
Yeah, most versatile.
Facts,
Yeah, that's cool
exactly.
though. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, do you have anybody that's most influential as far as music that plays some type of role in or some way, fashion in your music at all, or your life in general,
Like in
whatever?
my personal life, or like you mean somebody that I've seen on like TV
Just,
and shit.
just yeah, just. I mean, I feel like everybody that does some type of like has a talent and or has some
Right.
type of I don't know whatever they have some type of motivation. Like somebody motivates them as far as either a musician or somebody
Right,
that
right, right.
does something what I mean that has some type of a good effect on them. Like, do you have one of those?
I'm motivated by a lot of people, honestly. So that's why I was trying to just get more specific. But
Okay, but do
as
you
far
look
as
to
like
somebody?
celebrities, I would
Yeah.
say I would say Kanye, respect, and then like I'll have to say like Michael Jackson and Prince. Like people who just stand for something. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like no matter what that is, like that's more influential to me than the music. But it just so happens that usually like people who stand for something, their music is really good. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So how do you kind of segue off of that? How do you feel about the comments and just the controversy that's surrounding Kanye right now?
I think that's exactly all it is. You know what I mean? Like as somebody who's been a fan for a long time, I kind of just recognize like he just does stuff sometimes to like you know it's like an agenda. You know what I mean? Like he's not a stupid guy, so he'll do something and you don't really know what the motivation is behind that until maybe way later because he
Well,
makes planned movements. You know what I'm saying? So if
yeah,
this shit seems
Yeah.
crazy or like outlandish right now, it's like, all right, what are you getting at? You know what I mean? Like so sometimes you just gotta be patient. You know what I mean? Everybody has to respond, but you don't have to react. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, yeah.
just
Yeah,
wait
true.
and see what
So,
happens.
so this kind of goes off of I talked about a few shows back that
Hmm.
it's a good chance that some of the comments that Kanye was making had to do with the fact that he was about to drop his album. You know what I mean? Like he was trying to
Right.
get people to pay attention to him, which I can totally understand what his motivation is or was behind that. But then I feel like the way he went about doing it was so wrong. Like the comments that he made, as far as black people being choosing to and I don't want to jump back into the conversation. I'm just just kind of glossing over just points and
Well, I mean, honestly though, like at, at the same time, while he might be having an agenda, the same time he might not. Like how many times have we ever had an opinion that's just wrong? You know what I mean? Like it doesn't mean that your whole like existence is no longer good. You know what I mean? Like it's just Maybe he has a wrong opinion, maybe so, or
Yeah,
maybe he's just tired, or
it
maybe
it's
he really is on drugs. Like you really never know what's going on behind somebody's comments or their attitude. So I mean, the man just finished 5 albums that he produced by himself. So like you look at that and you're like, yo, maybe man's need some sleep, or
so
maybe man
Yeah,
just needs to
sleep
like
deprived.
let me ask you a
start reading
question.
books again. I
Let
don't
me
know.
ask
But then, but
you a
then, yo, the
question.
crazy thing is that after he said all those comments and everybody was jumping all on him and everything, even celebrities, like as soon as he had his album release party, the same celebrities that was talking mad about him jumped onto the airplane and went to the album release of the party. So I mean, that's kind of
Exactly. That's the point. Like, you know what I mean? Like they gonna be cool at the end of the day, but everybody else that's not involved is all like forming their opinions and getting all upset like for no reason.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
yeah, yeah,
I don't think
true.
it's for no reason. I think they have a reason, right? Like
Well, it
you
was definitely for advertising because when you're at that level, like any publicity is good publicity, whether it be
yeah,
bad, good, whatever.
I
for
don't know,
facts. But
bro.
what you
Like
saying, Mike? What
one
you
of
saying, Mike?
those
Is it
yeah, this situation I just feel like it was unnecessary. You saying that those people don't have a reason, right? Well, they do have a reason, right? Cuz this man made a comment that um was just totally incorrect. Like I feel like he has influence on certain people's life, and I don't know, for him to make the comments that he made, it's kind of,
you want me to respond to that?
yeah, you can say something.
I mean, so you're saying that these people don't have they have a reason to be upset because he said some things that were perhaps irresponsible.
Yeah, it was
People say irresponsible shit every day though. So you look at it in the effect of like how are people's lives really being affected by what he said? And you might look at it like, oh, it's giving like you know, people of a different, background or culture an excuse to think a certain way, but really there is no excuse to think a certain way. Just because Kanye West says some shit doesn't mean that you have the excuse to be a bigot or whatever, or be lazy or like, think any kind of way just because someone else said to think that way. You know what I mean? So in reality, someone's always going to say some shit that probably shouldn't be said or like have an opinion that maybe goes against the masses. But I think that's his whole point. He just wants to go against the masses. If you look at people, you don't have to react in any certain way. The only reason this is that relevant is because people decide that they have to react because Kanye has to be the person that they want him to be. You know what I'm saying? Like Kanye West is just an individual. He's always changing. So that's fine. Everybody's always changing. But at what point did he take responsibility for being, like our teacher, our role
Hmm.
model? Our like, if you are
He took
educating
he
yourself, then this
I
man's words can't really
I think he
well
took that upon himself whenever he decided to get famous or become famous and decided to ask people to buy his music. You know, I think that's
so
when
you look at every famous person as a role model then?
I don't look at every famous person as a role model, but if
And
you're
why is
trying to,
that?
because I don't for one, I don't listen to Kanye. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think
No, I'm
that he
saying
has
you. Why
any,
don't you take every famous person as a role model?
because not every famous person I believe has some type of influence in my life. Like Kanye has influential powers. You know what I'm saying? Like if he drops he drops his Yeezys, and look at the African American community, like the white community, like all these people are going out there and they're buying his product. You know what I'm saying? Like when Kanye first came out with his clothing line, like people were looking at this dude like, yo, nigga, you're retarded. I ain't about to wear no damn shirt hanging off my shoulders with hole in it. Like you look like a bum. Like come on now. Like I'm not
For
trying to
four
wear.
hundred dollars.
Yeah, for yeah, $400 to
Okay.
a thousand
So
dollars, and then now look at everybody. They're buying his stuff. You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to
So
say is
so
like,
so that's a scale. That's a scale though. Like, so you don't feel like you're influential. You don't feel like every person that you come across is influential in some way to your life.
yeah, absolutely. Well,
So you can't
everyone,
give all the responsibility to the one person. You get what I'm saying?
no,
Like
but
if our
he
community suffers from that, then our community needs to do more.
I
You know what I'm
think
saying? Like
I think he stands on a different platform, right? Like he's on a higher platform than most people that have influence in your life. Like for
I can agree
instance,
with that.
you're not gonna put I'm gonna give you an example. You're not gonna put like your mom or your dad on the same platform as I don't know, like one of your friends or me or I don't know, somebody, your boss at work or something like that. Like they get
If
different.
everything is lined up how it should be. And I think that goes into a lot of this too. Like, you know what I mean? Like the same way that he is influencing us, you don't know what's influencing him. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So even though I shouldn't be listening to my friends when I listen to my parents, you never know at what point, like, certain things intersect and cause me to be like irresponsible with my own opinions or like how I express those opinions. So at the end of the day, like I really just don't see how it like you know what I mean? Like if you allow a celebrity to be your like go to for how you want to live your life, then maybe that speaks more about you than the celebrity. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
but
Like that's all I'm saying.
doesn't that all right? So I think in if you're going thinking about it like that, you got to remember that not everybody are raised the same, right? So me and you could have came out from like a nice decent home compared to Damani. Like Damani may not have had grew up in the best environment, so any type of influence in his life that he views as positive, he can take that and kind of run with it, you know. Versus me and you, we can kind of decipher through what we're getting and kind of decide, you know, just based on how we're raised, what is good from what's bad. So I think in this situation, like people that listen to rap music or just listen to music in general and just pay attention to pop culture and the stuff that's going on TV, you know, some people take that as essentially the entertainment industry is raising them. Like if somebody pops up on TV, Cardi B talk about buying new shoes or buying new clothes or treating niggas a certain way, like fucking chicks in the hood or chicks in New York that come from the same type of environment Cardi B came from is gonna pick up on that and they're gonna start doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And that goes for any
Yeah, true.
other any
So
other.
are you saying that your household that you were raised in excuses you
I'm saying that your
from being an
environment,
intellectual and thinking for yourself?
no, your
I
environment.
know
Period. It has
mad
nothing
niggas
to
from the
do
hood
with
that think for themselves. I know
it.
mad niggas from any environment that think for themselves. It's the type of
Yeah,
person.
yeah, but
You know what
but
I'm saying?
then
It's the type of person you are. It's like it's your individual.
I think you're a product of your environment. You know what I mean? And I think that statement covers a broad spectrum of people that live in this world. Like you are a product of your environment. Wherever you were
So what you're
raised, there's a
saying
good
is
chance that um, the person that lived with you or the person you was raised with probably has the same type of mentality that you do. You know what I'm saying? Just like if you compared me to my brother, say you never met me before and you never met my brother before, and you met us all separately, you'd probably be able to compare us together because we act the same, we do the same thing, and I can say the same for you, Damani. Like if I never knew you and Akeem were related, like just from hanging out with you guys, I can tell that you guys, probably was raised in the same environment just on your mannerism and other things. Am I
Yeah.
right in that statement?
I mean, yeah. I mean, kind of.
Yeah. So,
Of course.
so basically, like I said, you're a product of your environment, bro. So I think when people like Kanye have the power that he does and the influence that he does, he shouldn't take that lightly. He should be very careful with the stuff that he says. Just like with the president, like people don't like the fact that he gets on Twitter and says the stuff that he says because he's a representative of the country and people go off of what he does. And perfect example, the stuff that he's saying, he's emboldened, racists like people that is out there that have been hidden racist. Like they've been very subtle about their racist, I guess, mannerism or mentality or whatnot. But because
Yeah, true.
this guy has came out and basically made it, I don't know, normal for the stuff that's going on right now. People have taken that up, saying that okay, well, if the president is doing it, then why can't I do it? You know what I'm
Yeah, it's
saying? Like
okay for me to do it. He
it's
just
okay for me to
embolds.
do
He
it.
just embolds ignorance.
Yeah.
So then at some point, you got to say how much responsibility does a celebrity hold?
But that's what I'm saying. Like with a celebrity like like Kanye or any other celebrity for that matter, I'm just gonna use him as an example because he's kind of that. He's gonna be the beaten stick for right now, essentially. Anyways, he's he's one of few black, I guess, celebrities or black people that have came from basically the bottom, have has utilized the American dream, um, for that matter, to get to where he is. You know what I'm saying? So when I look at Kanye, I look at a person that I feel like maybe I can be someday. You know what I'm saying? Because he was a regular person at one point, and he started doing something I like to do, and he got to the position where he is right now. He's rich, he's famous, he's making music. You know what I'm saying? People is listening to him. He's very influential. When he talks, people open up their ears and listen to what he's saying. So that makes people that aren't in that position feel like they can get there. So that's what I'm saying. When you have influential people like that are on TV or are in front of the masses, in front of the crowd, that are basically preaching to us to tell us, I won't say tell us what to do, but to kind of, I guess, bestow their knowledge, for lack of a better word, onto us. They have to be careful of what they're saying because they might say something that is not necessarily correct, and it might be irresponsible or just dangerous. And that comment that he said, I feel like is very irresponsible, very dangerous, especially in this time, this day and age, especially what we're going through right now as a community. I
Yeah,
definitely think
you
that.
can't be just saying whatever you want
Yeah.
because
Bro,
it's common. Yeah, the common man looks at celebrity with a certain kind of light, just like Sekai, just like how you were saying. You look at Michael Jackson or Prince. The common man, maybe you might not look at Kanye like that, but other people look at Kanye, look at Donald Trump as those people that, just like Mike said, would either speak their inner thoughts or embolden their secret personalities that they hide from the rest of society. So you got to say, how much responsibility does a celebrity hold then?
if I'm gonna respond to that, I'm gonna just say like, as a person who is a large fan of Kanye West and somebody who is like, had him as a big influence in my life, I'm a take responsibility for the fact that I chose him. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that both of those people that you mentioned have in common. The people chose them. They didn't just wake up and say like, "Yo, like force niggas to like agree with them and shit." You know what I'm saying? Like people was like, "Yo, I identify with this guy. I'm a I'm gonna follow him." Like you know what I mean? Like no, at no point was it their choice to become, like you said, if niggas didn't have a good upbringing, then they choose celebrities as their parents. At no point did niggas run for dad. You know what I'm saying? Like I never ran to be your father. You know what I'm saying? Like so so if niggas feel like they want to identify with me, then identify me when you choose to. You know what I'm saying? But at no point do I feel like being celebrity needs to mean that you are any less or any more than a regular ass dude. You know what I'm saying? Like what's the difference between you and Kanye West? Nothing
Money.
except the fact that the fans put that money in their pocket. The fans chose who's gonna be most popular. The
Yeah,
fans did
true.
that shit. They did that shit. They didn't like you know what I mean? Like nobody was forced to enjoy Kanye West. Niggas liked Kanye West, so they went with Kanye West. So like if Kanye West don't do shit that you like no more, either cancel that nigga or fucking keep agreeing with him on what you agree with him with and then move on when you don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's I don't get it where a person has no responsibility for themselves and you gotta like be mad tight at niggas over there doing some shit that they doing. You know what I'm saying? Like most of the niggas who's upset about this whole shit ain't doing shit for the community anyways. They just feel like they have to respond or say some shit because that's what everybody else is doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
And that goes
Well,
more towards that following ass mentality. Like it's no point. You know what I mean? Like be you and do what you want to do. If you was right now to just say like some wild off the wall shit that I don't agree with, I'll be just fine. You know why? Because I'm being me and you being you. And I feel like that's what niggas need to do. They need to worry about themselves.
so I totally
And
disagree,
I
bro.
will say that it's a certain responsibility for other people who have a social responsibility based on like repeated action. You know what I mean? Like if you are an activist or you take some responsibility for what he's talking about, then you should respond. You can respond. It makes sense for you to respond because you're knowledgeable on the topic. But
Okay.
everybody that's just saying shit because they're hurt personally, like, do something about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, do something. You do something. Either
Okay.
you cancel him or you work towards whatever you gotta do. But just rants for hours and hours about how niggas have an opinion that you don't like, it doesn't help nothing.
So let me ask you a question. All right. Um, did Kanye not address President Bush and told him that told the world that he didn't like black people? You know,
That's his
on
opinion. That
yeah,
didn't make it true the second he said it.
but what was the reason for him saying that? You know what I'm saying?
He was
Wasn't and
uncomfortable. Look at the
what,
man. He
what
looked crazy.
but he said something as if he was trying to he was trying to, you know what I'm saying, do some type of or cause some type of reaction, which he did. And then when he
I
was
don't think he
asked
did it
about
for
it,
that.
when he was asked about it, he addressed it, and he certainly believed that. You know what I'm saying? So
He
obvious,
believed what he said, but just because someone speaks their opinion does not make them the expert on any subject. You get what I'm saying?
and I
Just
get
because a
that.
nigga
I
constantly was like saying like, "Yo, like I don't agree with this," that's your choice to understand
Yeah,
like
but
how he feels. But like,
I
he's
get
not
that.
the expert. He doesn't even read books. So why do
Yeah,
you
I
care what
saying
the man who
no.
doesn't read books says? He
I
doesn't
Specific
read
things.
books.
because my thing is, bro, my thing is if you're trying to help a cause, if you're trying to push your cause, and
He's not.
but he
He's
was
not trying to
though.
help a
He really
cause.
was. What was the purpose
Yeah,
of
and
him
he
being on
changed.
TV? What
Mad
was the
niggas
purpose?
change.
No, he didn't. He hasn't changed. He bought 300 and something acres of land in where is it, like Washington or something like that, saying
In
he's gonna build a
Wyoming.
community. Oh,
For that
yeah,
free
saying
Yeah.
he's gonna
thinking shit.
be saying he's
Yeah.
gonna build a community. So obviously he
For
hasn't
free
changed.
thinking motherfuckers, bro. That's a cult. You know what I'm saying? Like that has nothing to do with helping black people. He's not building 300 acres to move black people on and just have black people be black people. He's making a cult. You know what I'm saying? That's his personal agenda. That's for him and himself.
I just
So
feel
just
like
because a nigga agrees with you on something doesn't mean that he represents you. You know what I'm
no,
saying? That's people.
I think
People are doing that.
I think especially in right now in our society and just the times that we're dealing with, especially seeing that, you know, I feel like we're on the brink of like a race war, a race riot, or something like that. I think certain things
Right.
should be addressed and certain things should not be said. You know what I'm saying? Because it would almost seem as if, to me, if I heard that from, you know, I don't know, like say in a closed setting, like one of my friends said some
Yeah.
stupid crap like that, I would think of them as an Uncle Tom or something like that. You know what I mean? Um, and for him to say something like that, and then it wasn't even like, so when I watched the TMZ thing, I thought that, okay, after he said that and the dude addressed him, maybe he's gonna, you know, kind of explain himself a little bit more. And when he tried to explain himself, he didn't even say anything that was, you know, even remotely true to what he was saying. Like he didn't even back up his statement,
Because
retract it.
niggas mentally
Yeah,
unstable.
he wasn't even talking
You're
about the same
making up
subject.
somebody.
Yeah, he wasn't
You're
even
making somebody
exactly.
struggling with mental disability your go-to for information.
But
It doesn't make sense to me, no matter how you
he's not my
reword it.
go-to. He's not my go-to for
No,
information.
just thinking in general.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
if
okay.
you're gonna take that same opinion, how are you gonna just you know what I'm saying? Like, but like, if you're gonna identify with the people who's outraged, like, then don't disown it as soon as I respond to it. Like,
No,
that's a
no, I'm not.
legitimate thing. Like, you know what I
I'm.
mean? Niggas got real issues, and he's clearly not okay with shouldering all this social responsibility, and he's proved that time and time again with his
Okay. So,
actions.
so,
But niggas
so if
still want him to be the spokesman for whatever. Just because the
no,
nigga
I
keeps
don't think.
speaking doesn't mean he's accepting responsibility.
I don't think anybody is wanting him to be a spokesman at all. Trust me, that's not the aim here.
Now,
I think that no one ever expected Kanye to be a spokesman. I never liked him in the first place. You know what I'm saying? I just think that,
yeah, but
you
you was
know,
just speaking from this perspective of niggas who look at him as dad.
yeah. I'm gonna say that. I'm looking
So
at
speak
it.
from that same perspective then.
I'm looking from a what you call it, from a devil's advocate perspective. I'm seeing it as, you know,
Right.
this is what people are thinking on the other side. I'm looking at it from, if I was in your shoes type deal, and that's how I see
Thanks.
things. You know what I'm saying? Like I definitely do not agree with anything he says, regardless of if he's somebody's role model or not. Like what he said was not facts. Like what he said was incorrect, and I can't fuck with somebody that if that's how they think. You know what I'm saying? That's how they think, despite whether or not he has a mental, um, if he's mentally disabled or he has some type of mental issue. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he got the platform to say something like that just makes me want to write him off even more. So it's not a matter of if I support him or not. It's just that he said something stupid, and it just further solidified what my original thought was about him. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude is an idiot. Like he's an arrogant person. Clearly he has mental issues. If you got mental issues, why the fuck you guys keep giving him the camera? Like, come on now. Like,
okay, you said it.
you know what I'm
You
saying?
said
Like,
it perfectly,
bro. It's
right
good
there.
TV,
That's the whole conversation right there. Why do you guys keep doing this? It's not his fault. That's what I'm saying. Like, if he's showing you time and time again who the fuck he is, either leave him the fuck alone.
yeah, but it's not leaving him alone too.
Him. I don't know.
It's not leaving him alone too. Kanye's putting himself in that predicament. You know what I'm saying? Like
maybe I don't have the right opinion, man. All of my opinion is just like, yo, like niggas is gonna be who they want to be. Like, I can't be getting all upset every time somebody disagree with me.
I don't think it's a matter of being upset, bro.
Yeah, it's not being upset. The thing that really bothered me about Kanye is that he was sitting there talking about how black people should do this, that, and the third, and then complaining about how many black people getting shot and killed in Chicago, but then he wasn't even doing anything to actually fix the problem.
That's my problem with him. Like he keeps talking about stuff. Like he keeps
talking just to talk, and he's not doing anything to fix the problem. Because that was one of the main things. After the TMZ interview that he had, the people in Chicago that actually have this non-profit organizations actually called Kanye out on Twitter and said, bro, you ain't doing nothing. You made all this money from the Chicago people, and you ain't doing anything to try to help them. But then you want to turn around and talk shit about them. So it doesn't make any sense. You can't complain about a problem if you ain't going to try to fix it. That's one of the main things that bother me. And about a lot of other people that make it and then complain about this, that, and the third, like OJ, or like, you know how OJ says, I'm not black, I'm OJ, that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff really bothers me.
Facts.
I hate when people say that kind of shit.
Completely of the same mind as you, but my point is, like, at what point do you give all your energy to thinking about racists and people who don't agree with you, or people who are just ill-informed? Or you know what I mean? At what point is it time to just do your thing that influences things in the right way? If you sit there thinking about the negativity of like the world, like it's a lot of negativity in the world, but like really, what am I changing by sitting there thinking about what Kanye West said? Getting tight about it. Like when I heard it, I disagreed. I moved on with my day.
I'm a piggyback off of what you said, Damani. So like Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying? Like despite what he did, if he didn't do it, like he did a lot.
I don't think he did any of that shit, bro.
Well, he did a lot for the community. You know what I'm saying? And
I'm talking about raping kids. That's what I'm talking about.
He spoke out about it. He talked about just all the
social injustice.
Yeah, exactly. Of our community, and he went out there. He donated. He did so many things.
Yeah, he actually did something about it instead of just complaining about it and not doing anything.
And he did.
And what they do with him?
Yeah, they went for him and they buried him. But still,
okay.
I mean, it doesn't matter though. What I'm trying to say is this guy.
Of course, bro. All that stuff happened after he bought Sony and bought the Beatles and got you know how white people are, bro. They don't. Yeah. As long as you're still up on stage dancing and entertaining them, it's no problem. Once you start to own more than they own, it's a problem.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of walk away from that topic for a second and ask you a question, Kai. So
we should.
If you got, say for instance, $1 million, or actually a label came to you and just offered you a whole bunch of money. You know what I'm saying? Just to start doing all this crazy shit that you see in the news, like stuff that Michael Jackson did, like bleach skin and perm hair, or just start acting crazy. Would you take that? Would you take the money?
Myself? No, man,
just to
pretty much not be yourself to make a bunch of money.
Yeah, just to make a money. Be a puppet, basically.
Be me.
Yeah, bro. Be you. All right. So then, what? How about this? I got a question for you. So say for example you start making it, right, and you start getting a good amount of celebrity. Are you gonna be more in tune to what you're saying when you have the microphone and the camera in your face, or are you gonna be kind of, yo, I'm just gonna be me. I don't want to be a role model. I just want to be me and make money, and I should be able to say whatever I want, kind of like how Kanye would be. Or are you gonna pay attention to more what you talk about if you become a celebrity?
I think that depends heavily on what type of person you are in the first place. So like me being myself would be me thinking before I speak, honestly. Like, you
Okay.
know what I mean? Like if I'm gonna be on the camera, like I wanna be myself, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not trying to be like me being myself is not a provocative individual, you know what I'm saying? Like me in an everyday setting, I'm not trying to, rile people up. I'm not trying to get attention. That's not the type of person I am. So me being myself would not be that.
All right.
So
So
you want to
do
be
you
on
have
I
camera
don't know if
saying
that
young
answered your
crazy?
question.
Okay.
Yeah,
do you,
I would just be myself, but at the same time, not like. I mean, I definitely get what you're saying. Like, I understand the concept of social responsibility, but where does it stop? Is all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
so
Like, if I
so
start saying some shit that I clearly shouldn't be responsible for anything, you know what I mean? It's just like you talking about like somebody getting their child taken from them. At what point do you take the microphone from these people? You know what I'm saying? So like,
Mm-hmm.
I understand social responsibility. Maybe I could behave in a manner that's better. Maybe I couldn't, but you got to deal with things as they come. So if you just dealing with somebody in one way and never changing that way you deal with them, but they keep disappointing you, then whose fault is that? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah, true, true. You shouldn't.
let me ask you a question, Sakai. Do you have
Yeah,
siblings? Like
I
you have
got little
brother,
brothers.
sister? You have a little brother, right?
Yeah,
So as an older brother, would you think that your actions should reflect how or do you believe that your brothers should use you as an example, or would you like to be or are you a role model to your brothers?
I would personally like to live the life that they could look at and maybe emulate,
Emulate.
but at the same time, I've done many things that I would never want them to do. You know what I'm saying? And I've
Okay.
done lots of that, and then at the same time, it's like if I at any point choose to do more things that I wouldn't want them to do, that's my business. You know what I'm saying? Like me, if I'm not doing that stuff in front of you, and like with regards to being on the camera and being in front of them, you know what I mean? Like if I'm not doing that stuff in front of you, and you ask me about it, and I tell you don't do that, then that's just me being me, and you should definitely be you.
but
I
but
don't know.
you
People aren't that like I don't hold responsibility for that. If
but
I
you
choose
do
to, that's nice, but I don't have responsibility for that.
Hmm.
If you're
But
impressionable,
but you do
it's
you
not my
do admit
business.
that you do have things that you don't want them to emulate though, right? Like you do admit that
Indefinitely.
you but you and you do you hold yourself responsible for say for instance they hear something that you say and you never want them to say it
Mm-hmm.
and you hear them say it or do it, would you hold yourself responsible for that?
Mm,
yeah,
to
or
an
would you
extent,
say to them like, "Hey, man, you're old enough. You know what you're doing." What
I
would
would
you say to that?
I would talk to them about it, and if they want to continue doing that, then that's their decision. It's not mine. It's not my
Yeah,
decision
but
to
why are
make
you
decisions
talking to
for
them
you.
about
You know
it?
what I'm saying?
What's the reason for talking to them about it? Because you don't see it as something fit for them to be doing, correct? Like as a
Yeah,
responsible adult
absolutely.
and as a role model, you want them to do the right thing, correct?
Right.
So that
While
brings
I'm
me.
deciding to be their role model, though, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, that's the
you
thing.
get what I'm
You're
saying?
not.
Like,
It's not like
if I see
you're. It's not
some
like.
regular
It's not like you're going out
regular
of your
dude off the
way.
street, I'm not gonna be worried about what he does.
Yeah,
Yeah, but the
that's.
fact that you're watching your actions and you're cognizant of that, and you know that it's influencing somebody, and you're
Mm,
going to them and telling them that this is not something that you want them to do, that means that there's a problem. There's an issue. There's something that morally you know that you're responsible to do. You know what I'm saying? That's the point that I'm trying to get you to understand, bro. Like even though these people are not necessarily they might not be related to you, you don't owe them any responsibility. Like you don't have no responsibility to these people. They are still
yeah,
using you as an example. You know what I'm saying? Like you are something that they hope to be in the future. Like just like how people read motivational books, people take up books and try to read how to be a leader.
facts.
they're taking something that already exists and they're using
Hmm.
that to paint their future selves. So you,
But you're
regardless of
speaking
if
to my core values, though.
yeah, so
You're
what
speaking to my core values.
but regardless,
Are you trying to tell me that Kanye doesn't have morals? I get that. We listen to him for that very reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the music. So why are they surprised
but
that he doesn't have morals? Like,
it's
that's what I'm not
it's not. So what I was trying to say to you is, and now I freaking lost my point. Damn.
But
Anyways,
that you pretty much don't have a choice. It's not like you're making a conscious choice to be, oh, I want to be a role model when you get to a certain level in your celebrity. It's
yeah,
just the
like
fact that once you become that level, you have no choice in actually becoming a role model. It's like how Mike said a couple of shows ago, like Rihanna used to always say in interviews that, oh, I don't want to be a role model. I just want to make music and make money and have fun. But it's just the point that when you get to that level, you don't have a choice at that point. It's like
you don't have a choice whether people influence you are influenced by you, but you do
yeah.
have a choice whether you want to be a role model. Is what I'm trying to say. At this
Nah,
level, in our current life,
I don't
Yeah.
I don't know if you
think
have a
so,
choice
man.
to be a
If you-
role model.
Yeah, like you want
You
people
do.
are gonna people are buying your music. People are listening to you. You don't you
People are
kind of
being
don't.
me.
You can't tell them not to be.
And
You
the
can't
moment I
say
stop being me is the moment that
yeah,
you know what I mean. Like,
but no
at
one
what I'm
no
compromising
one is
myself
not.
just to be good for you.
No
Well,
one,
no,
no,
it's
that's
not.
not the,
It's not
that's
Follow me
not,
because I'm
that's
me.
not, no, that's
Follow the
not what
good
we're
ones and
saying.
you'll be fine.
That's
Follow
not, that's
niggas
not
that's
what we're
be on some
saying.
wild shit. You won't be fine. That's all
That's
it
not
is.
what we're saying. That definitely is not what we're saying. We're not trying to say whatever you do, you have to change it up so that, it's acceptable.
Yeah,
That is
no,
not what I'm saying.
it's just more of be aware when people
Yes,
become a certain level of celebrity. It doesn't seem like they're
exactly.
aware of what they're doing and
Yes.
He's
how it
aware.
affects. Well, no, bro.
What do you mean?
If you seen the TMZ interview, there's a reporter over there that actually says the same stuff that I'm actually saying. That he doesn't seem like he's paying attention to what he's saying because just like you said earlier, Kanye said he don't read books, and because he don't read books. If he's saying that slavery was a choice 400 years ago, that just means he's saying stuff that's opinion and not based in truth. That's 400 years ago, people were slaves. They did not have choices. That's based in truth. It's very well documented. People have been interviewed slaves. Frederick Douglass had his whole biography talking about when he was a slave and everything. So he's not basing that stuff in truth. What I'm really saying is that when you get to that level, you have to start basing what you're saying, especially when you're on camera or on the microphone. You got to base that stuff in truth. It's not like necessarily you're going out of your way and like, oh, I know I'm going to be a role model, so I got to start adjusting my attitude based off of what the people that look up to me
If
want to
he
see. I'm
doesn't
not
read
saying
books,
that.
that's him. He's not
but
gonna read books for us. That's what I'm saying. He's not gonna care. He doesn't care.
not
Yeah,
going to
but
change.
Speaking from his personal interests.
no one's
He's being
asking.
himself.
No one is
He's
asking
trying to
him
form
to
a
do that.
cult. What are
Yeah,
you
bro.
guys
He
not
is trying to form a
understanding?
cult. I do
He
get
doesn't
that.
care. He does not care. What
This man just want to make
else do I have
money.
to say? He does not care. He just wants to be himself. And that's fine. Let him be himself. Don't join his cult if you don't want to. I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think any of us
I
are.
don't get it.
I
Man
wonder what
is
this
trying to
cult's
be
going to be
himself.
about. They're going to be free thinking. They're going to be free thinking about what? I got to figure that shit out.
Exactly. It's like that's his agenda. So you know what his interests are. His interests are not being a good role model. So if you use him as a role model, that's your own choice. Like if I decided that I wanted to use fucking Marilyn Manson as a role model, I'm gonna turn into Lil Uzi. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna become some spin off
awesome.
of him. But if I just
That's
be
awesome.
myself,
If
if I just be myself, then I'll be myself. You get what I'm saying? Like I mean, I can't be mad at a nigga whose values are just different than mine. Like I look to him to tell me how to live.
I think you're misinterpreting what we're trying to say. But I mean,
I think Damani understand what I'm trying to say.
No, I mean I get what you're saying. It's just that okay, based on what you're saying is that people should basically be smart enough to choose what they want as role models from celebrities and what they don't want. And if they pick wrong, that's their fault. But the thing is, the sad part of that is that most people don't, especially like younger people, they either don't have those people in their lives or they put way too much value on celebrities. And especially nowadays, nowadays they put way too much value on celebrities. They just look at the amount of people that want to like do everything the Kardashians do. They have fake ass, fake titties. The thighs are thin like what? So it's like I don't know, bro.
And
Okay, so from you guys'
and go ahead.
perspective, let me continue listening to it. What is your solution? Because that's my solution. What's your solution?
Well,
I think we said it earlier. You know what I'm saying? Like when you get to that high, or when you have
No.
that much power,
What's your
that and a
solution?
platform, what
You.
to oh bro,
What's
you
your
people
as Mike,
solution for
you
this?
as
If
Michael,
you have a
what's
problem with it, what's your solution? What's your solution?
as far as the the artist
For
or
you.
the for
If
me,
this upsets you, what is your solution?
I'm speaking out on it. That's my solution. I'm speaking my truth. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying something. I can't. I don't
Where's
have
the
much
action though?
influence. I've my. What do you mean? My action is if I get to that. If I was in the position that he's in, I would do things differently. I can't do anything now because I don't have that much influence that person has. You know what I'm saying? Like me being
Any
a
bit of
role model
influence, bro.
myself. What?
Yes, exactly. You just be you, man, and show the world that that's not the way, and that's the
Yeah,
best.
but
That's the best thing you could do.
but Sakai, you got to remember also, like, our community is under attack right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right now, bro? It's
as
under attack every
is
hour of
yeah.
every day,
So
all the time.
as African American and just people in general, like
Hmm.
we need to have this conversation to where we get people uncomfortable, letting them know, like, look, man, like you guys have been super racist to us, super wrong to us for these certain amount of time. Like now, it's time to change. Like we've been talking about the same thing for the last how many years now, and nothing has changed. Like it's only gotten worse, if anything. Like you know what I'm saying?
Well,
And then
that's the
now you
thing
got
because most people they just want to talk, bro. People got to be about
That's
action.
what I'm saying.
yeah, it's
Like
that's
people
That's what
like
I'm
like
saying.
Killer
but the
Mike, like
money.
people like Killer Mike. Killer Mike, he talks about the stuff that he doesn't like, but he actually takes action. And like David Banner and all these dudes, they actually formulate coalitions to start fixing the problems in the
Hmm.
community that
Hmm.
they have seen and experienced and hear about. So
Hmm.
that's the only thing. That's one of the main things that I have with Kanye. He's not doing anything. There's other people, Killer Mike,
Yeah,
David Banner,
but
Ti. All those guys are doing
not
stuff.
only Kanye, bro. Like
Well, yeah, not only
let's
Kanye,
not
but
just
Kanye is
pick
like the
on
perfect
Kanye.
example to use,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
just because
exactly.
he's very relevant.
Yeah,
There's
Every
other
yeah.
single
people
one
that
of us
definitely
has a
like that.
responsibility to do some shit if you deem that to be the way that we're supposed to look at each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's the way that you want to say society's supposed to be, then every one of us has a responsibility to do our part. And
And
my part
and
is not
and
going to be
and if
sitting
you're not
around
doing,
talking about something. If we was under attack, like you say, right? And Kanye West, you say he has much influence is what? Let's say a general. So Kanye West is a general, right? And we are an army under attack. And they attacking our general like, oh, our general just did some dumb shit. Now his shit's falling apart. Why is it that we're all focused on just tearing down this general with the opposition instead of worrying about fortifying our defenses or like worrying about doing some other shit? You get what I'm saying? Like it doesn't make no
Yeah,
sense to sit
yeah.
around
Fine.
talking about that
Sit
shit
around
all
and
day.
complain about it instead of not fix it and find somebody else to take his place. Essentially, right?
no, I think
Fix it.
everybody is more saying, hey man, you need to demote this guy and move a new general up there, or you need to just move him aside and just stop giving him the mic and stop
Well,
letting him
who's
talk to his
demoting him?
people.
It's the people. The
Well,
people are
well,
promoting him. The people are the ones giving him the power that he has by paying attention to this shit, by talking about it, by getting him more interviews, by getting him more space to speak. And
yeah,
that's the point,
because
bro.
I think it's a learning experience too, right? Like people need to know what not to do, what not to say. People need to know what's incorrect statements what are have been made. You know what I'm saying about our community. I don't think it's necessarily because they're just giving him more of a platform. They're trying to let others that view him as a leader, know that this person really isn't a leader. You know what I'm saying? Like all of his iniquities are being exploited. Like Damani was saying earlier about him not doing the stuff that he's complaining about in Chicago. Like people are letting it be known. Like CNN has a habit of doing that, and I like that. You know what I'm saying? When people come out and say that they're doing this and they're doing that for the community, CNN goes and they do their research, and then they exploit all the bullshit that these people talk about. Just like that one chick that said she was black. You know what I'm saying? Like that said she
The
was
result.
doing all, yeah, that saying she was doing all this stuff for her community, and then people came out and they expose all the BS that you were saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's what's going on, and that needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want any of these quote unquote, for lack of a better word, antichrist people that are trying to. I don't want to say be leaders, but they're influencing other our upcoming generation. You don't want them to hold as much power as they do when they have no benefits or no reason to be in our community. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to,
Man, I dig you, bro.
as a people, we need to become stronger. We need to come together. I know this is a thing that I hate the most, and I had to deal with this a lot when I was in college. And I was reading Charlemagne's book, and it talks about this too. That you get that. Was it Charlemagne's book? Pretty sure it was. But you get that black hate. You know what I'm saying? Like, whenever you have something, and I guess you have a friend or somebody in your community, they don't have the same things you have. Like, you're doing.
Well, they
shit
start
for
hating on you
yourself.
just cause.
Yeah, you're doing shit for yourself. You're trying to bring yourself up and all of that, and then you get this one person that is not doing shit in their life, and they're hating on you, and they'll try everything to tear you down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's that, and it's not that. Like, we as black people, we need to just come together, and we need to uplift everybody. You know what I'm saying? And recognize that, as a community, we're strong. You know what I'm saying? And we can get shit done when it needs to get done. And that's what I like. And
I agree with you.
So
That's true.
But what can I do about that?
What do you mean?
I can only be a good role model myself.
You can be a role model. You can be a good role.
To be the best person I could be.
Yeah. As a musician yourself, I think that you have a very powerful voice. You know what I'm saying? Despite what you say in your music or what you do, especially what you do in your private time is on your own time. Like, we don't care. Like, whatever you put in your music, you're expressing an idea that you want other people to follow. So if you remain with that idea and continue to push that train of thought, that's fine. And people keeps following you, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying anything is wrong with that. It's when you start to spill over into another realm, you start to become something you're not really. You know what I'm saying? And you start to speak on something you can't speak on, that you don't know anything of, and people
just
that
for publicity, man.
Yeah,
that's
people that are following you and like you because of a certain talent that you have. You're now using your talent for other motives, like for other reasons, to spread different messages and lies, and that's what upsets me about it. So that's where you kind of cross the line. It's just like, if I don't know, like, I'm a doctor, I'm not gonna tell a patient about fucking, I don't know, stuff that has to do with law or how to be a pilot. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stay in my lane and speak about what I can speak about.
Get people killed, man.
Exactly. Like, I'm not gonna tell a pilot how to fly a plane because I'm a doctor. You know what I'm saying?
But how many times do we ask the motherfucking doctor to tell us how to fly the plane? Why do people keep doing that? Why?
Yeah, man, because a lot of people, it goes back to what we were saying earlier. It's just that once you get to that level of celebrity, people expect you to be like a demigod. You got to have the answers for everything, yo. Yeah. You don't have the answers, Sway. No, you don't have the answers, Sway. Not everybody. Well, that's the thing, bro. Just
but at the same time, though, we get mad at Young Thug when niggas ask him, like, "Oh, how do you feel about these marches?" Blah blah blah. He's like, "I don't know. I don't care about that. I'm just having fun." Niggas get outraged at that. Niggas get outraged at this.
Yeah, but that's
the
I'm not
looking
outraged
at these niggas for your opinions. Make your own fucking opinions. Read a book yourself.
Yeah, but I don't think.
Well, that's the thing, bro. Nobody wants to think nowadays, man. They just want somebody to tell them what to think, especially if they're on TV every other day. They just want them to make sure that celebrity says the right thing, and if they don't agree with it, then they just want to complain about it. But once you get to that level of celebrity, that's just what it is.
I want you to go watch that joint. Watch the interview with him.
I've seen it. Like, I've seen it.
Yeah, he don't want no parts because he's seen what happens, and niggas still disrespect and call him stupid. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what you do.
Same thing with Lil Wayne.
People are gonna have an issue with you. Exactly. He never been abused by the police. Niggas had 30 songs talking about police abuse. It doesn't make no sense. It doesn't add up.
He
But
just says shit.
why do we keep asking these people? That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Like, you know
that's
what
the
I'm saying?
thing,
Like,
bro. They're just doing
even
shit for
me, even me,
publicity, man.
even if I
Yeah.
want to be like a role model, I don't expect you to be asking me for your personal like compass. You know what I'm saying? Like, if
Yeah,
you have a question
absolutely.
about what I think,
Absolutely.
I don't need you to agree with me. Just fucking think, ask what I think, and maybe it's good
But
for you, maybe it's
but
not.
but but can I ask you a question though? Can you recognize the difference between all the scenarios that you brought up compared to Kanye's scenario? Because Kanye
Absolutely, I can. Kanye
volunteered
involved himself
that
in a lot
question.
of that.
Yeah, exactly. And that's all I'm
Yeah,
trying to say, bro. That's all I'm trying to say.
but
I'm not
still,
trying to hold
the
any
point
of
is
these.
he shouldn't have any. He shouldn't have any. Oh my
Question
god,
that
it's like
Bro,
power.
that
unless he
it's
literally has
Power.
power over the litigation of what's going to affect us on day-to-day basis, he shouldn't have that power
if
unless he deserves that power, which he doesn't. He's not a
okay.
Tupac. He wants to be a Tupac, but he's not. He's not a fucking Lauryn Hill. He's not anybody that has consistently put in the work. So listening to
Exactly.
him, stop complaining about it. Move on. He's not the one. That's okay. It's okay to not, to have been wrong. Oh, we were wrong.
Okay.
All right, let's move on. His music's still fucking dope. Nigga just dropped the album yesterday. I'm digging it.
Oh
You know what I
shit.
mean?
So what do you think about the Ye album?
Ye album was all right. It was pretty decent. But the new Cuddy album that he's on, I love that joint.
That's
That's
just
good.
go. I haven't heard any of that yet, but I've been hearing some.
High level production. High level production. His Pusha T album was great. You know what I mean? Like, if all of this is just a machine to get us to listen to the album, then it did its job.
Of course,
If
man.
he's
All right, all
legitimately
right,
trying to give us things to live by, then he failed completely.
all
You know what
right.
I'm saying? Like, I don't care about free thinking. I'm not interested in that.
Bro, he's just trying to
Okay.
make that money, man. That's all. That's honestly what I feel like. I feel like he still didn't read any books or said anything, but he definitely does just say inflammatory stuff at the right time just to make people buy either Pusha T's album. Because think about it, when he did that, like a couple weeks, even if a month later, Kid Cudi, all the good music people, them
Yeah,
CDs and started coming out. So I know that I really
yeah.
feel like he did that shit on purpose, and I know he
He's
probably,
trolling.
yeah, of course, he's trolling like crazy, but. I kind of feel like is that I wonder if like the old Kanye would have heard that, what he would have said to that.
Kanye, that's the thing people don't get. He's been selfish. He never really had these interests that people attribute to him. That's the point I'm trying to say. Like, you know what I mean? Nigga interest looked good at that point because he wanted them to look good, and now he wants them to look different, and they're appealing to a different crowd that we're not seeing. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I'm saying. Like, he's the same dude. He never changed. He's the same dude. People just don't recognize that.
Or they put
Okay.
too much
It's
value
just
in
like
his opinion, pretty much.
All right.
facts.
All right. Well,
Exactly. It's just like
hold
when
on.
these businesses change their marketing plan. It's fine. It's just a
Yeah,
different
Okay.
yeah,
All
group
right.
of
yeah.
customers
True.
you're
If
looking
you
at.
look at it like a business, he just needs to make money. That's the end result, just to make money.
All right, guys. We need to move on. We've been trying
Got
to
to make
move
that
on for the
money.
last. All right. So next question I gotta ask you.
Don't ask anything about Kanye, man.
No, that's what I'm trying to move on. That you keep talking about. I've been trying to move on,
Don't
man.
ask
Damn.
anything about TMZ or none of that
Uh,
shit, bro.
all right, bro. So what's next in the pipeline for you, Sakai?
Man, honestly, dog, I'm just trying to get my shit together, man. I'm trying to make it so that I don't depend on nobody. I don't have to ask nobody for nothing. So I'm really just focusing on getting my chips stacked. You get what I'm saying? Like, I want to get to the point where I can produce myself and then like outsource some of the things that someone needs to
Okay.
be completely focused on, and then I want to work on getting my business together. That way, I can run my own label. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas ain't doing it for me. You got to invest in yourself if nobody else believes in you. So that's
Yeah,
what I'm doing right
definitely.
now.
Especially nowadays with how the internet's running. Because I mean, I already know that you've been paying attention to Chance the Rapper. He ain't signed by anybody. He's making millions upon millions. So
That's
in
the
this
that's the
day and
way to
age with
go,
the
bro.
internet, you don't even need to be worried about getting signed by anybody, man.
That's a fact.
Okay. So
It's a
so
fact. It's
um
all about business.
Yeah,
so
about
I
business, have the business goals, have the plan. Man, plan your attack and attack your plan, really.
So how do you feel about
right?
the music that's that's out now, like stuff that's being produced, stuff that's being dropped, like how the direction that music is going, specifically hip hop?
What do I feel about it?
You
Like
tell me.
what
That's what I'm
aspect of it?
asking.
What aspect are you
Just
referring to?
how the direction
Sonically?
that music is going, like you know, we were talking about this before with the mumble rapping and just music period. Like hip hop is now almost like it's ingrained into um everyday life. Like,
What
That's
almost
dope.
dude it is, dog.
well,
They're
there you go.
everywhere, bro,
That's
around the
dope.
whole
Hip
planet,
hop
dog.
is like a everyday thing now. How do you think? So I feel like hip hop is probably the most influential music right now. Like
In the
it's
Yeah, I
past
like it.
20
ingrained
years.
in, yeah,
No,
it's
that's like 30
ingrained in
years.
everything as far as like social, like pop culture, just everything, politics,
Hmm.
um everyday life, like everything, man, like on TV. Like I really knew that. Like I really got to know that and realize that when Miley Cyrus popularized twerking. Like they changed pretty much booty shaking and ass shaking into a word that we've been doing for years, into twerking. Like, and that really,
We've been calling
made
it twerk.
me.
Yeah,
You
bro.
said
We
what?
calling it twerk since like 97, man.
Yeah, I
Yin Yang
just
twins,
said that.
juvenile. Come on, yo.
I just
97
said that,
boys.
Damani. We
All
just
right,
we
okay, all
they
right.
changed it. Oh, they basically rebranded something essentially that we've been doing for
Yeah,
years, and that's when I really
that's fine.
realized that hip hop is really influential. But how do you feel about that?
I like it. It's dope. It's the biggest platform we ever done had. So like you look at it like, oh, you don't like that little pumps or like little whatever's whoever, you know, is gonna be like a bad influence on like how people think of us. But at the same time, they are doing their job by expanding, you know what I mean, like the influence that hip hop has. And then, Kendrick Lamar drops a damn, everybody listens to that.
Mm-hmm.
J. Cole drops a KOD, everybody listens to that. So like while I do enjoy the contentless music, I mean it's dope. Uh, it's doing its thing, and then content music is doing its thing. I think there's no shortage of content filled music, and I don't think that anything's taking a decline. Like a lot of people have that rhetoric, like they just complain that like music is one way now, but it's not. It's very diverse, and I think that's the most diverse it's ever been. And I
Do
Yeah,
you
dig it.
think?
definitely.
Do you think
I like all
Definitely.
of
it's?
it.
Do you think it's you're getting to the point where, or some people are just getting to the point where, what back in the day, when your folks used to hear the music that you listening to, and they're like, "What's this garbage?" You
Exactly.
think it's just
Bro, it's
older
always gonna
people?
get to that point. Older
Yeah,
people are
Yeah,
always gonna be like that,
yeah,
man.
like people are
we're
just
just
getting
getting
old, and
old,
they're
so our
like,
generation
yeah.
is saying that shit.
So
Exactly. We're
our
saying the same
generation,
shit our
same
parents were
shit,
saying.
exactly. So what
Facts.
about?
But
Oh
that's
fuck,
that's
man.
that's just being inflexible, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So do
That's
you
Yeah,
do
man,
you,
you gotta
so
be
like
fluid.
do you
for
think
me
do you
personally,
think
when I
mu-
listen to like an XXX Tentacion, like I'm listening to it, I'm like, yo, like this nigga's the truth. Like he got so many styles and he's
Yeah.
proficient in all of them.
He
Like
makes
I'm
some dope
amazed by
ass
it.
music, bro. He makes some
Yeah, like
really good music, man.
So do
if
you
you're not
think
mentally
that hip
flexible,
hop is saturated right now?
oversaturated, um,
Oversaturated.
yes and no. I mean, every
What?
kind of business
Why?
is
Why? Yes. Why?
oversaturated.
Why do you think it's saturated?
Everything right now is oversaturated. So like you look at it and it's like all you can get anything from everywhere. Like you know what I mean? Like it's just a large amount of music that sounds very similar sometimes, but at the same time, you don't have to listen to that. Like maybe that's what's on the charts right now, but you got so many options. So that's why I would say it's not oversaturated. You know what I mean? Like because you got options to go seek out whatever you're interested in,
Yeah,
even
definitely.
if
Like you,
that's
But do you
it
think,
could be
if
mumble
that's not
rap.
the
It could
case?
be like Kendrick Lamar type rap. Like there's so many different genres we look
your
for
con.
different types of sounds.
Yeah, I, I think y'all broke up a little bit. You can hear
Oh
me?
yeah, yeah, yeah. We hear you. In my opinion, it's kind of like peanut butter and jelly, bro. Like peanut butter and jelly, you got the grape jelly, you got the strawberry jelly, you got banana jelly.
Everything like.
But it's still
jelly.
Exactly. Yeah, I just had some this morning, so that's on my mind right now. But yeah, so it's just like it's still peanut butter and jelly, but it's like little different twists on it. But it's still within the same genre. I love that, just so that way it can never be stagnant, and as time goes on, it wouldn't be left behind like certain other genres.
All right, so
saying,
from a business perspective, though, do you think that that's gonna sort of affect, like, as far as you at least, like you're trying to be famous, or not famous, but you're trying to be successful in the industry, trying to make money. Yeah, you're trying to monetize it. Like you're trying to monetize your hobby. Like it's something you like doing. I don't expect you just doing it just to make money. Like you actually like making music, and eventually you want to do something. Yeah, exactly. You want to monetize what you like doing. You know what I'm saying? So in that aspect of it, don't you think that because it's so oversaturated that the money is spread out? You know what I'm saying?
No,
like
I don't think.
Nah,
bro.
Has any effect on there's so much money. There's so much money in hip hop, man. Everybody can get rich, man. Easy.
Well, it's not even just hip hop; it's music in general. So I mean, you look at it and it's like, I'm me. So like, not too many people out there can be me. You know what I mean? Like, we're still the lane that I would fill. You know, because I'm just being myself. So if you look at it from that aspect, if I'm intimidated by other people doing themselves, then am I being myself? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? So no, I don't think anybody else is taking the lane that I would take, because we're just different individuals. So as long as I stay myself, I'm not worried about what other people are doing.
Okay, well, since you got so much, yeah, that makes perfect sense. So since, for example, like you were saying, you want to be extremely have a lot of dexterity in music. What artists do you think you would see yourself working with? Like, would you ever work with like a Marilyn Monroe, a Carrie Underwood, Flo Rida?
I don't make music. Marilyn Monroe make music.
Or not Marilyn Monroe, Marilyn Manson. My bad.
Marilyn Monroe is dead, bro.
Yeah, she's dead. But Marilyn Monroe definitely did make music. She definitely did. She definitely did some little songs back in the day, even though she wasn't known for that.
Nah. I probably work with anybody, man. Honestly, as long as I feel like they're being themselves. You know, like if you're you, then I'd love to make music with you, because that would sound different from me making music for anybody else. You know.
Yeah, true.
Who do you?
BB King or something.
Yeah, who do you look to? Like, who do you want to? Who's on the top of your list? Like,
make music.
Top 5 people to work with.
Top 5 people.
All right, so I'm gonna say Brooke Vega, Jay Marcel, GQ. Yeah, man, those are the people I want to make music with the most right now.
Okay, true.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So, do you have any CDs that you're working on? Any EPs that you're working on, or anything right now? Or are you just working on singles,
bro? Did you really say CDs?
Yeah, man, I got a project coming up, bro. It's gonna be out in November. It's called Self Improvement. That's gonna be my main focus.
Okay, so what's Self Improvement about? Talk about it.
Honestly, man, I don't know, like, how to specifically say it without sounding like I'm rambling.
Don't be like Kanye, bro.
I don't want to go on a rant, but yeah, man. I feel like my last project, you know, it was like all my last projects, like I was just, you know, trying to figure out how to make music, honestly. Like it was just like I just wanted to know that I could make music. I wanted to believe in myself that I could make music that sounded good. I proved that to myself already. So now it's like, let me actually make music that pertains to me. You know what I'm saying? Like my personal journey, where I'm at right now in life. And where I'm at right now in life, I can only sum it up by saying self-improvement. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to, you know, I figured out who I am. I just want to figure out how I should best approach this genre, or what genre I should approach. So like right now it's just me really just solidifying my beliefs and, you know, like trying to improve my music capabilities and you know, my ideas on how I want to live my life, you know, be a better person, shit like that. And that's the type of stuff that I want to put in my music. I don't want to promote like some of the shit that I did promote in the past, or like that a lot of people promote. I just want to be like, you know, like a good role model, but that's my choice. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta be a good role model, man.
That's my choice. You know what I'm saying? Like I want that sense of responsibility. I'm interested in that.
Okay. Okay, that's
Genuinely.
cool. That's dope, bro. That's dope. You ever thought about going to like South by Southwest and try to get some try to do some magic over there?
Yeah, we did that a couple years ago, but I want to do it at a different capacity this time. I want to do something like, man, I don't know, man. Like I'm really just focused on the music at this point. Like I'm not even thinking about performances. Like I feel like once people show me that they're interested enough,
Come out to
then
Cali,
then,
bro.
then I'm gonna be
Trying
dropping
to
a lot
tell
of
you,
performances. But yeah, bro, I feel
Okay.
you.
Okay, cool.
it's the place to
Yeah,
Stay at
be.
your house.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
but come through whenever, bro. You know, that's the place to be. I think so. This is my thing. This is I firmly believe this actually. So
Mm.
California right now, I think would be ideally the opportune place to try to push your music. There's just so many people out here. Damn, the money you drinking the hell out of that damn water. I can hear
That's
it going down
definitely
your
not me. That's definitely not me, yo.
That's me, man. My bad. My bad.
Damn, bro, it's
Yeah.
that hot, man. You over here like, yo, just gulping that shit.
Yeah, man. It's a different beast out here, man. It's hot.
So, like I was saying, I feel like coming
Fuck
out,
around and die.
Cali is like the the best place right now to
Yeah, I'd
introduce
love to
your
go to
music to
Cali.
people and just to try to get a different feel, different environment, work with different people. There's just so much going on in California, man. You'd be surprised at just how much you can get done. So where I live is the art district in San
Mm-hmm.
Pedro. So every Thursday, first Thursday, there's live bands playing out on the street. People in their food truck is on the street. There's like so many pop up shops and just like artists and like, musicians just trying to just do their thing. And like living in like a place like Texas and Maryland or Florida and seeing that there, you always just think, okay, these are independent musicians just trying to make it, and they're not really
Right.
there yet, but they're coming there. Like some of these people that I've met in California, they have like 100,000 followers on Instagram. They have a huge following already, and you'd be surprised like on just the stuff that they're doing. Like you see them just doing like these free shows on the side of the road, and then they give you their card and you go check them out, like check their music out, and they have like a
Nice.
great following already. And you're like, yo, what the hell? Like this
Like,
person
why is this
is
guy on the sidewalk?
yeah. Why is he playing music on the sidewalk? And it's just like these people in California. That's just how they are. Like they like to do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because
Well,
everybody.
bro, it's like performing on the sidewalk in California is like being on the stage in Alabama, man.
I guess. I guess you're right. That's like the best. That's it's the coolest analogy I've ever heard. But yeah, I guess you're right, bro. Like, yeah, some of these people, they're
Yeah.
amazing, dude. Like hearing them play and just the talent, the vast amount of talent you just hear, and you're like, how is this person not on TV? And you realize that they do have a following, but it's just they love to do this so much that they don't want to introduce the bureaucracy that comes with, I guess, signing with a label and whatnot. And this is just me
Right.
assuming that that's why they still do stuff on the sidewalk and like pop up shops and whatnot, which is cool.
Or maybe they
Like
just have they don't have a good managerial team. Probably they don't know how to manage or advertise themselves. Because especially
basically,
like nowadays, bro, with the internet, if Chance the rapper and freaking what was the other dude's name? But Chance is the one that keeps popping up in my head because he really did the marketing and advertising on the internet, like legit. Like he owns all of his creativity rights. And what's his name? A Boogie. You ever heard of A Boogie with the hoodie?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that dude, him and Chance, they like mastered doing their advertising and marketing online. Because nowadays you don't need to sign anything, you don't need to have a label, you don't need to have a managerial team or anything like that. All you really need to know is just how to manage your online presence, bro, and you'll be good, man. Just keep making music, pumping out the music, and then have everything optimized to where it gets in front of the right audience. You're golden, man.
I can agree with that. It's dope. Yeah, man. I mean, I would say that's a marketing part, and right now I'm just working on the product. So I would definitely love to come up there, man, if you have me.
There you go. Get on that Alabama stage, bro. You'll be good.
Oh no, yeah, I guess so. Yeah. All right.
Well, talk
Yeah,
about
man.
that. Do you have any music videos as of yet?
Nah, I've been working to perfect my product, man. It's like the way I feel about it is like your representation is kind of everything. You know what I mean? Like, so I never wanted to be doing stuff that's like half-assed and have it get out there, and then you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you could say like it's progress, but like honestly, like I'm the type of person that would like to perfect something first, and then
I
share
100%
it.
agree with that, bro. 100%.
Yeah, like I don't get too caught up in it. Like I'm not gonna like never release stuff, but like I would really like to just have a really nice product before I drop it. That way, like I can be proud of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I can't be running with nothing I'm not proud of. It's just my pride. That's how I
Yep. And then definitely that's first impression, but you don't want to make a garbage first impression, man.
Right. But I will say that I got a couple songs out right now, and I told my boys I was like, yo, if we get a certain amount of views on it, like I'll do the video with y'all. Like let's do it. Because right now I'm like all the songs that I'm putting out, I'm trying to focus on like getting my boys some looks. Because like I feel like I'll be the one that's in the studio the most.
Mm-hmm.
So like they be like like hey man, include me. So I'm like, all right man, I got you. I got get you on
Yeah, bro. It's definitely easier to have us. It's easier to get spotted with the squad than just doing it by yourself, man. Especially if you got 10 people doing 10 different things at once, and somebody might talk to the right person on the right day when you're like at work, and it's that's just how things work, bro. You got 10 people, 20 people doing 20 different things, man. Somebody's gonna get hooked at some point.
Right. I mean, so like it's just showing love too. Like, I meet people every day that like they have a joy from our music, and it's like, damn, I didn't realize you was affected like that. So like, you want to get on the track, man? Like, get on the track, do one. I'll let anybody get on the track,
Nice, bro. That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
So yeah, I'm just trying to like focus on getting my boy some looks, and that's gonna kind of build like anticipation for the project that's coming out, and like because like I didn't drop music for a good year, just trying to recalibrate myself. So now I'm just dropping stuff, leading up to my November release, so that when that comes, people will at least know like to expect something from me.
Okay, cool.
That's cool. All right, man. Well, this is usually the part where the show winds down.
Yeah.
But before we leave, we always ask our guests these two questions, and
It's two magical questions.
Questions, just to kind of bring the show out and just to see where your head is at. But Damani, your answer's still gonna stay the same or what?
Yeah, my answer has already been better than the past like 3 people that we asked.
Okay. All right. So the first question, first question we gotta ask you, Sekai, and doesn't matter what your answer is. Any answer is not a bad or good answer. It's just an answer. But here we go. First question is, if you were stuck in a burning building and you had one choice to pull out a person with you, and the choice was between your mom or your sibling, which one would it be?
It's just a choice. Like I can't take both.
No, you have one
I know,
choice.
Right? Those catch-22s.
Only one choice, my brother.
That's rough. I probably have to take my mom.
Take you, and why?
Well, my little brother's able-bodied. He should be jumping out that thing. You know what I mean? Like we jumping out that thing together. But I mean, if I carry somebody, it'd be my mom. You know what I'm saying?
Just have one choice, so somebody's gonna die.
No, all right, bro. You're making it shit hard now. Come on, man.
I mean, like, yeah, like, I mean, like, if I was to be doing quick thinking, I would just grab my mom's, like, you know what I mean, like, if you make it, that's what I want. But like, if you did make it, like, you had legs. So.
Okay, all right. Well, the next question I got for you, this is actually a pretty harder question, but we'll see what your answer is. So you had a choice, right, to go back into the past, slavery time, whether it be 500 years or whatever time in slavery, however back you want to go to. You had a chance to go back and bring two things with you. What would those two things be?
Two things.
Yes.
Fat boy and little man.
And bring back a fat boy and a little man?
Yeah.
Why? And what are those?
What are those?
Dropping nukes on these bitch ass niggas, boy.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the ones we bombed Japan with, bro. I'm gonna give everybody.
Okay.
Oh shit! Damn true. Okay.
So you're gonna bring back two bombs with you.
Yeah.
So where are you gonna drop it?
They gonna pop out the sky with me. I'm gonna pop right back out before I land.
What the fuck?
we dropping them on Europe. We dropping them right on Europe.
He popping in skydiving with two nukes and it's just yo, damn. All right, I didn't even think about that. Okay.
Okay. Yo, I think that's better than the Kevlar Ninja.
Yeah, that one is better than the Kevlar Ninja. That's probably the only one that's better than Kevlar Ninja, man. That's pretty good.
Everybody gotta die. Shit.
He said pop back out. But okay, well the thing is that you can't like pop in and pop out. You gotta pop in and you're there.
Yeah, you're there.
I gotta stay there.
Yeah, you gotta stay
and live out the rest of my life.
Well, you got to bring two things with you. Yeah, so
I'm not going. I don't want to live back then. I'm happy right now. Fuck that.
Bro, you just blew everybody up. All you gotta do is get away from the radiation and you're good, dog.
On a horse?
But he's falling out the sky, Damani. He's fucked.
Hey, you didn't bring a parachute, so damn.
Yeah, I like my original plan, but y'all making it harder.
That's funny. He's still gonna pop out and pop back in, man. I'm gone. I'm good.
Yeah, I guess I bring that thing that can make earthquakes. You know that little science that thing they be using.
Oh yeah, that seismic wave, that
what's
harp,
it called?
and then be using.
Harp.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, but that's a big ass machine, though. All right, well that counts. I mean, it counts. It's one big machine, so
that's what I'm popping up with. We just gonna blow the whole shit up.
All right. Well, this is coming to the end of the show. I'm gonna leave y'all with this, and I'm gonna let Damani take y'all out. Well, just want to thank you again.
Final thoughts, man. Final thoughts. All right, thank you very much for coming over here, bro.
Hold on, let me give my final thoughts. Damn,
all right, go. Say your thoughts, bro. Go.
Shit. I was thanking the man for coming out. You over here, final thoughts. Fucking grumpy ass old man.
You make me sound like one of those Muppets on Sesame Street, man.
Anyways, yeah, man, just we had a little bit of a thought-provoking conversation. Just hopefully, you guys took the time to really listen and, really determine whether or not, this may be something that you want to have a conversation with your people, your friends, and just, kind of go back and forth. Obviously we disagreed on some things, which is fine, and that's good. It's good to have disagreement. You shouldn't agree.
That was a fun conversation, bro. I mean,
yeah.
Like, I like to, have conversations with people that don't agree with me.
Absolutely. Yeah. So,
talk it out.
Yeah. So continue to do that. Continue to have discussions. I'm gonna let Damani drop his knowledge on y'all.
Are you done?
What
Yes.
is that noise?
Oh, man, I'm done.
Oh, that was me. That was my seat. I didn't know y'all could hear that. That was my seat. Yeah, that was the seat.
Edit that out. What?
No, that was a seat. That was actually a seat. Look.
I don't know, Damani, because you probably recorded a show shitting before, Damani.
Oh my gosh! I have a big ass computer and this long ass mic. I have no space in my bathroom to do that.
Whatever.
All right. So my final thoughts. All right. So everybody just gotta when you're on that grind, the money chase, just try to keep in mind that when you get to that certain level, you're gonna have people that's gonna be watching you and looking up to you, whether you want it or not. So I mean, once that happens, just keep it in mind. That doesn't mean you got to start adjusting your personality and changing who you are or whatever. But that does mean that you do have to keep that in mind. What you say, what you do when you're in front of the camera, when you're on a microphone, people are going to try to emulate that, especially if they don't have good role models in their life. And you look all nice and shiny on TV. So,
hey, y'all can emulate me. Sekai, self-improvement, dropping November 13th. 2018. I'll be your role model. Check me out.
Nice.
Drop that
There
handle,
you go.
my friend.
There you go. That's a tagline.
Drop the handle. Drop the handle.
Yeah, bro.
What's your handle?
Your Twitter, your Snapchat, your YouTube, everything. SoundCloud.
Y'all can find me at Fly in the Sekai. Like fly in the sky, but Sekai. Sekai. Thank you.
Nice. Flying to the Sekai with 2 nukes.
All right, man. All right. Well, that's it for now. Thank y'all for listening, man. Appreciate you again, Sekai, for coming out. And yeah, man, Damani, take us out, bro.
All right, guys. Yeah, that's it. Bye. Sweet dreams. Good night.